behind. They're all fired up. What we got to do? First place, our defense has got to go out there and take the ball. Then when we get the ball, we got to have 11 people that's going to do their job and try to score every time you get the football. If we do that, we'll be all right. That will be all right.
Put a smile on my face.
Good Friday evening, everyone. Hello, how y'all doing? I am not feeling good. I tell you what, guys. But we could not just stay away from not doing the show for you guys tonight. William and ATs, they're all fired up for you guys tonight, and I hope y'all have a good show. I probably won't say a whole lot and everything, so y'all look over me tonight, but let's get it going, and let's go down there and grab old Mr. William and drag his little butt in here. How's that?
I want everybody to think here for a second. How much does this game mean to you? Because if it means something to you, you can't stand still. You understand? You play good. You play strong. You go out there and dominate the guy you're playing against and make his ass quit. That's our trademark. That's our MO with the team. That's what people know us as.
There is the man.
Make them quit. That's our MO. That's our framework. Let's get it done. Roll down Tide from Denison, Iowa, and this is CTS Sports Room. We're live Friday night. I don't even know what day it is. Every day's Saturday to me.
Yeah, it's Friday. Trust me, okay. It is Friday. It is Friday, August 25th, 2023. Right. Yep, it's getting closer and closer. All right. You ready to bring on your partner in crime?
Bring him on. I think we got someone else too coming in here. So.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get this one on. All right, Mr. AT, come on in, sir.
He's not going anywhere. Doesn't just roll out great players. He and his staff develop them. It's all about the process.
Hey, fellas, roll tide. I hope you get feeling better, brother. I know you ain't felt good. Mr. William, nice to see you again. Good looking as always. Roll tide. I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to lock and rock. Let's get it. God damn, I'll tell you, season coming up soon, and I know I may need to be up there. I apologize. But it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we can do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, y'all can pull it off. I'm here for you guys, but you know, y'all can tell I'm still sick. But anyways, we're gonna make sure this is gonna happen tonight, guys. All right. Well, I believe you need to tell us how much longer it's gonna be.
All righty, man. We got 8 days left to Alabama kickoff, man, and we know who number 8 is. He's a wide receiver. Julio Holmes, I mean, or you can say Julio Jones, whichever way you want to do it. But you can't put them separate because one or the other, this is America, okay? One or the other, Julio Holmes or Julio Jones. So there you go. Roll Tide, let's get it on, man. If you want to.
Roll Tide, old buddy, roll Tide.
Hey guys, I appreciate all the get well wishes and everything. I really do. And Roll Tide to all of y'all. William, if it's all right, I would like to say something a little bit about tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to start off with the Pick'em show. We're going to probably try to start somewhere around 10:30, 10 o'clock Eastern time. And we're going to do a mock one. It's not going to count. So if you guys want to come in and see exactly how it's going to rock and roll, y'all come on in, join us in the morning, and have a good time with us. And, we'll come back on Saturday night and, kind of let everybody know how it went. So y'all at least know how it go, because not this Saturday, but next Saturday, we playing for real. So this will be a good chance for you to know exactly what you need to do. All right, William, that's all I got, bud. Go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say a big hello and a Roll Tide to everybody in the chat. Motherfucker Jones, we see you there. George Lambert, Bobby Sprinkle, Stephen Hicks, Jeff Stapleton, AJ Jones, any other Alabama ladies out there. Roll Tide to you. We appreciate you, all of you. So, and I think we're going to have somebody come on here to help us out. So, just as soon as he comes in there, but he says he's going to be on here in a minute. So, anyway, if you want to continue on, I can give you a recap from last week, and I'll go through that just briefly. I just got a few things wrote down. So if y'all bear with me, I'll go ahead and then we'll pick up where we left off, which I don't think none of these are on the hot seat. They're all right in there, probably they're where they're at in the SEC, but we can go over them and talk to them each one anyway. But as far as we started off with Jimbo Fisher, we all know that he's number 4 in the ratings there, that he needs to improve badly. So Spencer actually said he said natty or bust is what he said. And Van Edwards in the chat, he said Dumbo Fisher is a problem. So there you go. Yeah. Anyway, and then from there we went to Florida. We spoke a little bit about Billy Napier. In my opinion, wait a minute, Icebox's opinion, not Spencer. Florida is I can't even read my goddamn writing. Sorry about that. You got my EMA up there, buddy? Sorry.
Yeah, I need to put that up. I told you, man. I can't
That's
keep it in my head.
Florida, I guess, might be Florida on the way out. Anyway, Van Edwards said, Bayou Billy will get it done, he said. That's what he said in the chat. So. But, hello there, Godfather. What's happening, dude?
Roll Tide, Mr. Whalen.
How's everybody doing tonight?
All right, man.
Man, I'm doing
we just doing a recap of last week a little bit, real short one there, and then we're gonna finish this thing up tonight. So, but anyway, then that state to the right, I ain't got to tell you, Uncle Loogie will call for a lynching if Kirby Smart doesn't get it this year. So there that is. So, and who said that? I can't remember. Can't remember right anyway. Not something, but not fired, but spanked. He's still gonna be there anyway. And then Ole Miss was mentioned briefly. If y'all want to go over him, what does that say? I don't love Kiffin. Fuck him.
You ain't drunk enough to read your own writing?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
He got that. He got that cryptic.
I got that kind of right. Anyway, he said, "Look, Kiffin, no hot seat." Okay. Anyway, let's go on to LeShoe. That's Brian Kelly. We talked about him a little bit. He said, with a loss to Bama, he's got a good recruiting class, recruiting class. depends on the rest of the season. That's what Nick Jr. said. But he's not on a hot seat according to Spencer last week. Then Tennessee, Josh Heupel. Spencer said he's not on a hot seat. He won a natty at Oklahoma. That's Waylon. You said that. Remember that? You said that. So in the chat. So Oklahoma, Brent Venables. Heupel might leave for his alma mater when he's the quarterback there. That was Nick Jr. said that. And then we went on to Steve Sarkisian at Texas. If a meltdown should be looking, we should be looking at him. And that was Nick Jr. said that. So then South Carolina, we touched a little bit on Shane Beamer. Y'all want to go over him again? That's okay. He said he can do better. And he's not had a good recruiting class. That was Spencer that said that. So if y'all want to go over any of them, I think that was something like 9 there. So
I do got something I want to say.
okay.
Beer cans, you're full of shit, baby. Ain't no fucking way Saban is on no hot seat. I don't care if he loses every fucking game. Ain't none of that bullshit gonna go on tonight, baby.
Get him. Damn.
Cut that shit out. I don't feel good. I ain't. I will rain fire and brimstone on your ass tonight. So, all right, enough of that bullshit.
All we gotta do is get Icebox sick now, guys. So everybody send him a cold or a flu virus every weekend through his mail. We'll have him so fired up he'll be able to run through a brick wall and not even scratch himself.
I'm gonna kick your ass, AT.
Please don't. Please don't. I'm too old, brother. I'm too old.
All right, y'all go ahead.
Well, you ain't got anything to say on any of that, brother?
Who me? No.
Beer cans. I got one word for you. It's got 3 letters in it. Z-A-P. Zap.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I agree with that one. I agree with you on that one, Waylon. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one there, Waylon. Yeah, the coaches on the hot seat, stuff like that, a lot in the SEC, you really ain't got but maybe 1 or 2 at the most. You know, of course, that jackass out there in Aggie Station where they got them boy cheerleaders and all that. You know, I mean, he's going to be on the only reason he ain't already fired is because everybody knows that they owe him so much daggum money. What's it, $70 million, I think, right now at the end of this year if they fire him at 70. So I don't think there's any other hot seat coaches in the SEC. I know we talked about other conferences last time, but Mr. Whalen, do you know something about it, brother? I saw you hold your hand up. For the only reason I said something.
76.
I was giving William a thumbs up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Got old Mr. Rare Breed tonight. 116. Hey, you know how when them Mexicans drink tequila? Well, there wasn't my top right there to that because I broke that last week.
You ain't gonna need that top because when you get through, there ain't gonna be nothing left.
But you know how tequila, they talk about down in Mexico drinking the worm. Well, I got my little piece of cork. I don't know if you can see it in there, but it broke off last week when I was trying to fix my drain. So I can't eat the damn cork because it's so big. It just has to stay floating in there.
Don't eat the cork. You don't eat that cork, or you'll be in the hospital, not being able to poop shit or otherwise.
Yeah, there you go. I don't drink. I wouldn't drink it. I wouldn't eat that worm any damn way. Shit, not eating a damn worm, fuck. That sounds like something Jogger would do or something.
Yeah, you got to be drunk or really drunk to eat that daggone worm, don't you?
I guess, but it's been marinated, so some of them I want to do it. I ain't going to. Fuck it.
I hear you. But yeah, as far as the coaches go, I think that's about all we had left there, Mr. William. I don't know if you had anything left on it yourself. I know you asked, but I know Florida with Billy Napier, he ain't been there long enough. I think Ole Miss is happy with Lane Kiffin just because they are a perennial 8-4 kind of at best school, and I don't know if they can get anybody better.
Yeah. Well, from what I looked up, and we might have hit him last week. I don't know, but what do y'all think about Arkansas and Sam Pittman?
I think he's solid. He done good last year. I think he's on real solid ground, is what I'm guessing.
I mean, does anybody know his record from last year? Or I don't know right offhand. I'm just asking. So.
No. I think he was 8-4, wasn't he?
I think he won 7 games. I think you'd have to look it up. I believe it was 7.
7. You probably know it better than I do. Huh?
Well, to me, I mean, you're not getting to at least to the playoffs. At least get to the playoffs, in my opinion. But that's me. So, but well, maybe not. I mean, I remember game day going out there and having a big hoop-de-doo with that damn hog in that damn cage and shit.
Yes, sir. I understand that.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, if you want to talk about the nil, we got a little bit on it. I know everybody's playing the nil game a little different. Everybody seems to be doing things just different from the way Nick Saban talked about it. Because with nil,
Hold
Nick
up.
Saban.
AT.
Yes, sir.
He's got 4 more coaches.
I got 4 more, man.
Apologize.
I was going to finish on.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I looked up and according to SEC, we have 14 this year. That includes Texas. So, well, we've already talked on them. But the other one, anybody got any thoughts on maybe Vanderbilt and Will Shepherd? Because what have they really done, really?
Well, I'm going to give you my 2 cents. I told you it today. Vanderbilt is not known for championships, and they're lucky if they can get 6-6 or, 6-7, whatever. If they can make playoffs, they've done good. That's a school of doctors. They don't want to hurt them surgical hands, Right. And I don't say I blame them. That's where their money lies anyways. But they always play good football, to be honest with you. And when they had James Franklin, well, you guys know just as well as I do, even with Bear Bryant. He tickles me. Even when we had Bear Bryant playing days, we play him like 2 years and skip 2 years. I dreaded that Vanderbilt game, because they would just play as tough as they could, but it would only last mostly like the first half. And then it just, faded out and we walked away. But when they got James Franklin and he got him better, a lot better. And then that's when Penn State picked him up. And you see, he really ain't done, well, he's done a little bit better at Penn State, but Vanderbilt kind of fell off again. Vanderbilt, they're a really good quality is their basketball team. They do good. But as far as their football right now, if they win 6, 7, if they win 8 games, man, they done fantastic, and I'd be proud for them. You know what I'm saying? But they just, I don't care as long as he wins 6 games, that coach ain't got no worries, no problems. Vanderbilt is not used to winning, pretty much like Georgia was the last 40 years.
Amen.
So, they're just not, it's the way they are. So, but he's not on no hot seat.
No, sir. I agree with you. Well, Vanderbilt, like you say, they're there for the basketball and their GPA.
What about you, Godfather? What you got, man? Anything?
Go ahead, William. Go ahead with your 4 coaches. Let it rip.
Okay. Well, then the other one is Missouri that I got, Eli Drinkwitz. He's been there for a while. But what has he really done? I mean, I don't know how he turned out this year at Missouri.
So far, his claim to fame is he played Georgia down to the last minute, and he got him a 5-star defensive lineman or defensive player of the day. He picked him up a 5-star, and I was like, I don't know why in the world, if you're a 5-star player, you'd want to go there. But, he's doing a good job there as far as like Vanderbilt. I mean, Missouri is average team at best. And, and since they've been in the SEC, let me put it that way. The first 2 years they went to the SEC championship game, then they fell off. But I think Drinkowitz is okay for at least 3 more years before they really put the hot seat on him. If they make a bowl game, 8-4 kind of bowl game, I think they're going to be happy for a while.
What do you think, Waylon?
Missouri?
Huh?
Yeah.
They're not going to fire him. Who else they going to get?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like you, Deuce, man. If you can get Georgia down to the wire, man. I mean, I'm sorry I said that wrong. State to the right of Alabama. Yeah, to the right. To them, yeah. To them. My mistake. I'm sorry. I'll go put my nose in the corner here in a little bit. After this is over, then I will. I shouldn't have done that. I don't want to give them kudos for shit at all. Fuck you, motherfuckers. But yeah, if you can bring them to that, and we know two damn teams done that, wasn't it? Wasn't it two that brought them down to the wire? And they just squeaked by.
Yeah.
So I say they're probably gonna keep him. And the other one, let's go ahead. Okay. And let's go ahead with Kentucky this time. Stoops there. That's another one that brought them down there pretty close, didn't it? Anybody got an opinion on that? Tom, Icebox, go ahead.
Oh,
I didn't say it all. Go ahead.
Stoops ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Stoops is on a solid footing as you can get. I mean, again, it's what are your expectations as a program? SEC basketball, Kentucky would have fired him, but football, he's solid as he can be. He come in there and who's done better at Kentucky? Since I'm 58, and I don't know if anybody had really done any better since I've been around.
Well, you remember what they done to Bear Bryant? Had one of the best records they ever had, and they give their basketball coach a Cadillac and give Bear Bryant just to watch. Bear Bryant said goodbye, and that's the way they've always been. So I just don't never see Kentucky until they really, put the money and the time getting a good coach. And I ain't saying Stoops ain't a good coach. I'm not saying that. But I don't think they're allowing him to do what he probably really could do to his potential and put a better team together. But they're always going to fight people tough till about the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I agree with you. And football costs a lot of money. If you want to play at the highest level, you got to put the millions and hundreds of millions of dollars into the program. And that's just the strength and weight conditioning program. That ain't got nothing to do with the stadium and all the little eye candy that you like to see among the stadiums and stuff like that. But it costs a lot of damn money to play, football, but it don't cost near as much to play, college basketball. And that's where Kentucky put their eggs all in that basket of basketball. And of course, Stoops, he's the best, like I said, since Bear Bryant. He's the best they've had. Hal Mummy is there for a while throwing the ball 100 times a game, but he didn't do really all that much.
Next.
Okay, what about you, Waylon?
Kentucky? Kentucky's always been Kentucky. I had a cousin play up there in the 70s, and they've never had anything. They lived in Kentucky, but they're not going to fire him. He's the best coach they've had in a long time.
Yeah, I forgot that player. Was it Snell? Benny Snell or something they had? He was a good player then, but that's the only name that I can recall. What about y'all? Any other players come to mind for him?
Kentucky had the hefty lefty, Jared Lorenzen or something like that. He went to playing, and it's off the beat just a little bit, but he went to playing that arena ball or something similar to it. And that kid weighed like 340 pounds at quarterback. Y'all ever see that? My God. He was humongous. He's the biggest player on the field playing quarterback. Damn. Whew. That boy could eat.
He could run, man.
He could run to be like 340 pounds, I think, wasn't he, Waylon?
He was fast.
Let's go on to the next one there. Let's go on to Arkansas. Sam Pittman. What do y'all think about him?
Go ahead, Wayne. Or somebody.
In the words of Sam Pittman after a win, they asked him, Coach, what you going to do after you win? I like a good old cold beer, he said.
That means I need to take a drink. Go ahead.
You need to take a drink. Go ahead. Yeah, I think Sam Pittman done good. You know, his first year at Arkansas, Bobby Petrino got that program sort of wonky is the best word for it. After I was a head coach, it was up there for on CBS for a while. I can't remember his name. Went to Ole Miss for a while, but while he was at Arkansas, he had him up there at a good level. And of course, he left and went to Ole Miss for a little while, but then they brought in names are escaping me tonight. Todd should have wrote the name down, but Pittman's the best they've had probably in 10 to 15 years. I mean, he's a solid coach, and I don't know if he's going to be able to get where y'all want him to go or not, but he's about a B plus right now, so he's safe.
Okay.
Well, I have to give Houston Nutt credit for what he done in Arkansas.
Houston Nutt, thank you.
Yep, he done good, and he was bringing them back. I can't remember what all went happening. I'm not even going to try to remember tonight. But, yeah, he done good, and that's about the best I've seen Arkansas do here last few years. Sam Pittman, he made he's still not on no hot seat. I'll give him another 2 years, maybe 3 at the most. If he doesn't, step his game up, he might be on the hot seat. He might be talked about on the show.
Yeah. Okay, now let's move on to that one that we hate. If you live in Alabama anytime during any time of any time, we know our rival every fucking year. That old Cal College. What about Hugh Freeze? His first year, and he's brought all this damn shit, talking this shit. So go ahead, Icebox, if you want to lead off with that, or hey, Deuce, whichever one.
Yo, how about it?
I know Icebox don't feel too good, so I'll try to take a little bit off of him. Yeah, Hugh Freeze, I'm just telling you, Auburn, you fucked up. I mean, I know he's a winner. I mean, I know he's got all these weird offensive schemes and stuff like that, and he's done good, but I wouldn't want my son to play tiddlywinks for him at $100,000 a day. And about Hugh Freeze, that to me, and Alabama wanted him as offensive coordinator for a while before they shut it down. But there's nothing about Hugh Freeze I want my son to play for. There just really ain't no redeeming qualities. For what he done, he shouldn't be allowed back, but hey, they did. So, but he is solid, and that's about the best as Auburn can do. I don't think there's a coach out there right now at any bigger college would want to go coach at Auburn. I mean, would you? I mean, what school has got a coach?
Did Freeze up?
He froze up.
Okay. Go ahead, fill in.
What you got?
Not following.
Hugh Freeze. I don't know. They got a good coach in Hugh Freeze. I mean, that's accolades if they Coach Saban wanted him in Alabama for the offensive coordinator. What does that tell you?
Mm-hmm.
I think it says that he hates Alabama.
But Washington,
not our coach. Okay, let me get that straight. Not our coach.
I'm sorry. Who did he coach for before he went on a panty raid?
Say again.
Who was he coaching?
He was at Ole Miss for a while.
Was it Ole Miss?
He was at Ole Miss, and he went to Liberty after he got fired there for the strippers and the phone. And I mean, he said, if you know something, say something. I doubt he did. He should have kept that to his damn self and challenged them, and they got rid of him.
I don't know the whole story on that. You got me on that.
Well, I guarantee you, when Auburn hired him, they told him no shenanigans. I guarantee you that. And I think he made a good hire in Bobby Petrino. You got two good offensive minds down there. They are going to be hard to handle, but I don't know about that defense. So
I thought Bobby went to Dumbo.
He went to A&M, yeah.
I got my wires crossed.
Yeah, a little bit.
I believe so. But
yeah, let's talk about Arkansas.
I'm sick. Leave me a freak alone.
I'm okay. I'm just helping you out, man. That's all. I know you are. Yeah. Oh, what about it, Wayne? You got anything to do with old Huey, Freezy, old Mister? I'm gonna be at the damn furnace tonight. Woo! Throwing them dollars out. Woo!
First game, every ticket down there is not. They're standing room only. Somebody believes in him.
Okay. Who they play their first game down there, Waylon?
I can't remember. I don't know, but it's article a couple of days ago. It's sold out. It's several already sold out. So,
and I was telling somebody today, and you can vouch for this if you want to, but I think we've talked before that there's money down there. There's money down there, and as much as I want to talk about cow college, there's money down there on the board and shit. So, I mean, I think if I remember, somebody said that the guy that does the Yellowwood commercials down there, he's on the board. So, there's money. So, maybe they think with Hugh Freeze, they got somebody. I don't know.
That'd be my question. Who did get his offensive coordinator? Did y'all know as far as down there at Auburn? He's going to call the plays, but who's his offensive coordinator? Does anybody know?
I don't even know it. Wow.
Shows you how much we stay up with Auburn.
Damn,
we don't give a fuck about Auburn. I agree with you, but I can't remember who he brought in as his offensive coordinator, but a quarterback. Who's this? I don't know if he's got a quarterback down there. That Robbie Ashford kid's still down there, but I don't know. He seemed like he brought in a quarterback down there with him this year. But when you're down there at that voodoo school, you mix that with that guy, and I don't know what the heck's going to happen. But it ain't going to be boring.
Peyton Thorpe's his quarterback. The transfer quarterback came from Michigan State.
Michigan State. Okay, yeah. I mean, he got a transfer, but I couldn't remember. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, there ain't no telling what that kid won't do. I mean, that guy won't do, though. I just don't trust him.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk to Deuce and Waylon here real quick. If it's all right with you, Deuce, since that's a filler that you told me that was. Yeah. Do you mind if he goes ahead and takes it if he's got something else to talk about?
Hey, y'all go ahead, man. That's what we're here for, Mr. William. I'm glad you're doing it, man. Lead on.
Waylon, if you got something you want to talk about, especially tonight?
No, you just asked me to come on. Go ahead. If you got something, is that the last coach you got?
That's it. That's the 5 other coaches. We've got 14 this year. So, I mean, it used to be 13, but they went ahead and added Texas anyway. So, hope they fucking do.
Well, I'm gonna recap for you, William. None of these coaches tonight, they're not really on the hot seat. They've got not enough time or anything like that. I mean, give them 2 or 3 years. If they don't do something, they might look at some hot seat. But we all can agree, Jimbo Fisher is on the hot seat. If he don't do something this year, they may just come up with the money and get rid of him. He's a good recruiter. I mean, no doubt about that, but he don't know what to do with them. So the only two that I figure that might be jumping on a hot seat in a year or two is Brian Kelly and Josh Heupel. They run their mouths all year long, and they've rode that train because of what they've done by just a few measly little points. Now you're coming to Alabama. If you get your ass stomped by double digits and take your little ass back home, they're going to look at you and go, what happened? Can you not do it? You know what I'm saying? Can you do it on a consistent basis? Because if you can't, LSU is a proud team, and they got talent down there everywhere. So you can't never count out LSU. I mean, I ain't stupid. Tennessee's the same way. They got some good football players. I know they had to recruit out of state, but they do a pretty good job. Of course, any cheater would. So, you know what I'm saying there. So they'll always be in the running. But if you can't consistently beat Alabama, and that's what they care less about Georgia. Alabama is the standard. If you can't beat Alabama, it will get your ass fired. So that's what I think as far as your recap and as far as your coaches. Them's my top three. I think Billy Napier, he's got some time. So that's what I think about that.
Okay. Well, what about you, Deuce? You got anything to add to that, or do you agree, or what's your thoughts on that? On the recap of all the 14.
Yeah, I agree pretty much. There ain't many guys on the hot seat except for Jimbo again, like he said. I think if Heupel takes 2 steps back this year, he could start getting on the hot seat pretty quick. Which, I mean, if he goes 8-4, maybe 9-3 at worst, at best, then I think he might actually they might get irritated with him. But once you beat Alabama, everybody on your college thinks, well, you're going to do it again and again and again, and that just don't happen. But of all the coaches, all of them, I agree with you. I think Texas A&M coach Dumbo Fisher's the only one on the hot seat. He brought in Bobby Petrino to make it look like he was making adjustments, but he ain't going to let the man call a play. Most likely, every play he'll call will go through Dumbo. Other than that, I don't see anybody in a hot seat. I think they're all pretty much going to be back without a problem next year.
What about you, Waylon, on ATM, man? You got any thoughts on that?
I don't know. I mean, Georgia, Auburn loves to beat Georgia now. They like to beat Georgia just about as bad as they like to beat Alabama. I mean, that's your longest rivalry in the SEC is Georgia and Auburn.
Yeah.
So they'd love to knock Georgia off. I mean, Hugh Freeze wins either one of those 2 games this year, total success.
Well, I mean, if you look at that now, according to Florida with Dan Mullins when he's down there, they was believing they were the rival with Georgia. I mean, that's to the right of Alabama. Sorry, I didn't mean to give them accolades. Sorry.
Georgia's this way, Georgia's this way, Mississippi's that way, and if you ain't careful, you'll be this way.
Oh, me.
Sorry, man. Go ahead, man. You got any thoughts on that, man? What y'all think about Florida and Georgia? I did it goddamn again. Goddamn it, motherfucker. What's wrong with you, William? Shit. What's wrong?
That rare.
Go ahead.
What's wrong?
I'm okay till his hand starts talking back. When his hand starts talking back, I'm getting the hell out of here.
I've got a net up in front of me, and old bars used to go in when the bands would be playing. They'd throw them beer bottles up there, and them. That's what I got in front of me in case William goes off.
That's right, man. But yeah, I think Dan Mullen done a pretty good job with Florida. I think they did myself, but he just couldn't get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go ahead, William. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm done. I just want to hear what y'all got to say. Probably.
I was just going to follow up what you were saying about Dan Mullen, William. I'm sorry. I know he got there and they asked him after a loss, about recruiting, and he let them know he didn't like recruiting. And when he let them know he didn't like recruiting, Florida more or less just fired him on the spot because he was gone at the end of the year. But you can't be a head coach in the SEC and say you don't like recruiting. That, you just can't do it. It's like being in a porno and not liking women. You got to like it. You got to love it. You got to want to recruit 24/7. I mean, that's all it is to it.
Being in a what? What did you say?
And so you got to love it, brother.
Being in a porno and ain't got no women.
No, I say being in a porno and not liking women. if you coaching football in the SEC, you damn well better like recruiting because you ain't gonna stay very long.
I'm sorry. That's my fault. I didn't hear you right.
That's okay. That's
Just had to poke the bear. You just had to poke the bear.
I thought that's what he said. Showing joking. I thought.
Fucking John Holmes, I guess, huh? What's up?
Move on now. You gonna make me now? Come
Please
on.
do. I'll keep this up. I'll zap myself out of here.
Yeah, I officially let me pull it up.
Lordy.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're killing me, man.
Oh me.
Oh my.
All right, so y'all got anything else on fucking ATM and Florida or any other team in the SEC?
Yeah, Georgia
Well,
sucks.
since you haven't been on here, I mean, do you see anybody that's potentially out of all the 14 on here? I'm sorry, all 14. Go ahead. I'm backwards on this camera here. Sorry, folks.
It's a tough game going down there playing at College Station with the 12th man. It's going to be, I don't know, maybe Alabama goes down and whacks them. I don't know, you know. Hadn't been that way. It wasn't that way last year. They played us right down to the right down to the last few minutes of the football game. So I mean, they read the coach's mouth who he was going to throw the ball to. That defensive guy did Alabama. So I don't know, man, what they're going to do, man. I hope Alabama waxes them down there myself.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it.
I tell you, that team we got going down there this year is going to be different from teams in the last 3 to 4 years. It's going to be a big 6'7", 340-pound herd elephants, just first and run, second and run, third and run, and I think we're just going to walk over the top of them. I mean, they're going to be good. Of course, they're at home, and like you say, the 12th man will be hard to compete against in some ways. But other than that, I'm right with you, Waylon.
Yeah, they tough.
Yeah, it's pretty noisy from what I hear down there. It's just might be just as noisy as LSU. I mean, but, you know, that's the thing about LSU. See, y'all motherfuckers, y'all got to come to our fucking house, and y'all ain't gonna get it. Hell the fuck no, not at all. Now we understand about that fucking other motherfucker. But you see where he's at. He's eating them fat nuggets. Okay. So there you go.
The LSU probably the toughest stadium in the country to play in. If you go through the entire country, at night time you get all them damn coon ass Cajun and drunk, man. Lord have mercy. I mean, it's like 112,000 Williams running off. I mean, they all over the man when they run your ass out of that stadium, and they can get you in trouble in a hurry.
Y'all keep bringing up Georgia crap.
Not
I'll
me.
tell y'all what, I'm about this close telling y'all what I think about Georgia this year. And damn it, right now,
What about
it's the
Georgia?
right time for me to do that kind of stuff.
What do you think about Georgia, Icebox?
Y'all can kiss my ass. I'll tell you
I
like it is.
hear you, brother.
Let's put it this way. I'm holding on because I may start up tomorrow night. Dadgummit. I'm serious. I am this close, y'all. Yeah.
Well,
Icebox, don't be scared of them now. Come on now.
Oh, you think I'm scared of him? That's what happened to beer cans. You ain't seen him since.
Hang on a minute if you don't mind, Icebox. Hang on.
Go right ahead, bud.
But before we go to that state to the right of Alabama, I want to get Waylon's thought on Brian Kelly. Does he think that he's on the hot seat this year? Because we haven't heard from him.
He's not
I
on no
want his thoughts.
seat. No. Even close to being on no hot seat, Jack. He's got Alabama under his belt, man. That's better than I won't say that anyway. I mean, it's not, he's not on no hot seat.
Well, I want to ask you this too. Do you think it's because of SEC and being able to recruit, better players and stuff? Do you think that's what the difference between where he came from, where he came from, wherever that is? I can't fucking point right.
Notre Dame. That's up here. Oh,
Yeah.
North.
Yeah, which are, that way. That way. Anyway, where he came from, they can't recruit worth a fuck. Well, he can get better players at LSU. Do you think it's because of that, or what do you think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
He kept Notre Dame. I mean, Notre Dame was in it several different times in the playoffs, in the championship game. He just couldn't pull it off. He said at halftime, maybe Alabama won't come back out. And we was down there at Miami. We was laughing at him because you could see it on the Jumbotron. They was interviewing him before he was going in the locker room. He knew that this was done ugly and it's going to get worse.
Yep.
Because that team out there, buddy, he couldn't pull it off, man.
Yeah, Notre Dame, they're whatever you want to call them, GPA or their record, their things that you got to be able to do to get in up there and play football gives them a disadvantage. What they like to see or say. So now he's down here now, down here in the SEC with LSU, and he done good the first year, but that's the first year.
What's
Icebox.
Yo.
You up there amongst them fuckers? Have they mentioned anything to you, or what's the deal with around Notre fucking Cathedral, motherfucking Notre fucking name?
They don't know football up here. They don't know it. No. I had a little kid back here in the backyard the other day. I said, "You're a quarterback?" He goes, "Yep, I'm quarterback and a linebacker." He's going both ways this year. I said, "Man, you ain't quarterback." And I said, "Let me show you how to throw that ball." I had to teach this young man. He's on the team. I said, by the time I got done with him, he loved it. I said, "Now, don't you wish I was your coach?" He goes, "Yep." I said, "Son, that's because I'm from Alabama. I know football."
Woo! All right.
Two-time. I love you, man. I do.
Is he up here tonight?
I'm sorry?
Is two-time on here tonight? I don't see him.
Yeah, Bear Cans was, but I run his ass off.
He's back. I see.
I don't see it.
He's like a cockroach. You can't kill him, Iceball.
Yeah, no, I got him tonight. I don't think he appreciated it. I love beer cans. Y'all all know that. I get a kick out of them. And I love two-time. Yeah, I do. I really do. But don't come on the show tomorrow. Yeah. I've been holding it all I can, and I'm about just to let y'all might not talk to me for 2 weeks if you hear the show tomorrow.
Oh,
I've had enough. I'm coming that close. But I'm just giving you fair warning, two-time, if you show up tomorrow. Just remember, I love you. That's all I'm going to tell you. Just go to bed thinking about it that way. So, Brittany B. and Brenda Banks. I'm going to open up the chat room tomorrow, and I want you ladies to try to come on.
Linda P. Yeah.
Linda P. Yep. She's fair game now, damn it. I ain't waiting no longer. Linda P. wants to pop on. Come on. Tomorrow night. Right. I'm going to have me some fun tomorrow, and I need some women backing me up because you can't beat these Bama girls. So I'm going to need some help and support. So I'm calling on the crew, the ones that can get it done. So I'm calling out the women folk. I know they can get it done. So, yep, I'm not going to blow up tomorrow. Y'all go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
That's all right, man. That's all right.
No problem.
Well, we got about 10 minutes left there, AT. If you want to go ahead with your NIL, what you got to say, I'm sorry I interrupted you, man. Go ahead.
No, that wasn't even, that was just part of it. Don't worry about that. NIL is just something that we could talk about. I was just thinking about, and then Nick Saban's idea on NIL is you got 85 players on scholarship. And if you got 1, 2, 3, or maybe up to 5 or 6 or 10 players that are on, or they're getting money, you're going to have a problem with the team chemistry. You look up at quarterbacks getting, I don't know, a couple million, and your offensive lineman ain't getting a doodly squat. That's going to create chemistry problems within the truly great teams that are full of alphas and not these betas that just sort of hang around until they can get out to another program. but you can't expect a first round pick like he's going to be a first round pick. Caden Proctor, you can't expect that kid to be there for 3 years and not have a good NIL agreement with him. Of course, like Bryce Young, when he was there, he had like up to $1 million. But your quarterbacks and all these playmaking or skill position players they're referring to getting all the NIL money, and you're going to have problems with chemistry. You're going to start seeing teams fall apart. Well, like Texas A&M, what they done had, 3 players get leave out of there that signed that big number 1 class a couple of years ago, and one of them got with marijuana, and one of them left the team, and one of them got kicked off or something. 3 of their top recruits from that particular year left because they went there because they wanted money. And that NIL brings you to a school you don't want to be at because of money. I understand these kids ain't had nothing, but if you give the money to 10% of the team, then the 90% of the team is going to start having problems. They're going to start just despising that guy, and then the team chemistry is going to go to hell. And Saban done told them from the get-go that's way you need to do it. When you get there, you don't get money to go there. You get there and you start doing things, and you sign contracts with BMW or Mercedes or something like that. You start making money off your own name, image, likeness. And these schools have got it backwards. They're saying, hey, if you'll come here, we'll give you $3 million for NIL. And that's the whole moral problem of NILs, because you got guys coming in for the money, already promised the money, and they ain't even stepped foot on the field. There's a kid in high school that they was talking about that Mandel guy talked about, said they wouldn't let him tell the name of it. It's off the athletic report. Said that he'd had $8 million in NIL money going to be more or less guaranteed to him. And I don't know, Waylon, if you heard anything about it, maybe somebody told you who the player was. They wouldn't let him tell who the player was, but $8 million in NIL money. He's just a junior in high school.
Who going where? Where's he going?
That's what they wouldn't let you tell, the name or where he's going, because they didn't want it to be, for whatever reason, they didn't want it out there. But $8 million, I thought that's what they was giving that kid to go to Tennessee, that quarterback, Luka, whatever his name is. I heard $8 million to him like everybody else did, but this guy, they wouldn't let I forgot his name. His first name is something Mandels, but he was talking about it. Let me see if I can bring it back up real quick. Stuart Mandel on Friday, he talked about a guy from 2023 signed an agreement with a school's NIL collective that would pay more than $8 million by the end of his junior year of college. By his junior year of college. He'd be paid $350 immediately, and then buyouts would get up to about $2 million a year once he gets in school and starts his career. But see, that's what I'm saying. They're giving him this money up front before he even gets there and creates an NIL. I mean, they're just giving him money to go there. I thought maybe you had some insight, to who that player might be.
I don't know. A couple of weeks I haven't been keeping up a lot. I've had a lot of stuff going on, but I don't know. You talking about the NIL collective down at while they shut it down in Texas? Is that what you're talking about? Some of that stuff.
That was part of it. That's going to be some of it. They shut it down because the IRS or somebody was telling them they wanted, was it tax or something? Yeah, money. And so everybody does NIL different, and they got to come up with a plan where it's all the same. If you want to pay these players to play, that's fine, but make it what it is. And I mean, every player should get paid, whether he's a starting quarterback or if he's a scholarship player, you're going to have to treat him with the same amount of respect, because if you don't, that team chemistry is going to go to shit in a hurry. I mean, I wouldn't want to be sitting there blocking for a quarterback, but breaking my damn leg every damn game for him, and he gets, $8 million, and I get a handshake and a pat on the back. Good boy. That just ain't right.
You still got to play.
Yeah. You agreed to go there, and that's the thing about it is you go there to play, to get a college education, and it's supposed to be to get a college education, but it's to get to the NFL. We all know that. Your top dogs will do that. They're going to get to the NFL. Like Dallas Turner, unless he gets hurt, he'll be a first-round pick next year. We all know that. Where's his big NIL? You think something like that, he'd have a lot more money as far as NIL given to him than a kid that's a senior. But, it's not. Saban don't do it that way. He don't want it done that way. He wants it done as a collective where every scholarship player gets the same amount of money, and that's the best way to do it. At quarterback, it gets all the money. Then, like I say, it's going to create, division among the ranks, and you can't help but, cause problems. Jealousy is a big, bad thing to have.
Yeah, well, here comes the government.
What about you?
It's coming.
I thought you got anything, but before I come in, but whichever one you want to do, bro.
No, y'all go ahead. I got something to say in the last words, though.
I just want to say that I don't know if you said this name, Icebox, but Brenda Banks. I mean, I think she should come on myself. If you didn't, Linda P, all our Bama women and our Bama Bill, come on tomorrow night, please. I mean, I love to see you on tonight, but we doing it this way. So, but if y'all are interested, maybe let us know in the chat or something tomorrow, and we'll try to work on that. But yeah, I'm with you. Myself, I'm sick of the goddamn NIL. These guys want to come in here and think they're fucking college. Fucking pro already. They're not. Okay, there's a process. You got high school, probably junior high, even junior high school, and then you've got college, and then you've got NFL. That's where you make the big money. It ain't supposed to be with college. College is supposed to be about what you do after NFL. Because look, this is not going to be your career at the end. So a majority of you, even if you make it to the NFL, you're not going to be at that position. You're going to have to live on past the NFL. You're going to have to, I'm sorry, I'm on that shit. You know what I'm on. They're right there. Rare breed, 116 proof. Okay? But you're going to have to live beyond NFL. Injuries happen even in the goddamn NFL. Y'all know that. Y'all know, look at fucking Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers broke his damn collarbone in the NFL. So, is he washed up? I don't fucking know, but he's going to try with a damn Jets. He said, fuck Green Bay. We could never make it to the Biggie. We made it there a few times. We won a few times. But hey, let's go over to the Jets and see what we can do there. Because I don't know. I don't follow NFL. I'm not.
You haven't been
watching. I'll follow that for sure because, once fucking Green Bay started getting rid of Alabama players, and that's who I follow in the NFL. If you've got a lot of goddamn fucking Alabama players, I'll watch you. That's it. Plain and simple. Other than that, I'm strictly right here, goddamn. I love fucking Bama, brother. I love the fucking way. I don't care what. These other goddamn fucking things that we mentioned tonight and the week before, I don't give a shit for you. Because we're the damn team to beat. We are the ones. We are the children. So let's start to make a brighter day. So let's start doing okay, whatever. You know that song, Go ahead. Somebody go ahead.
Oh, shit. I'll tell you what, Linda P, Brittany B, Brenda Banks, ladies, I appreciate y'all coming in tonight talking. George Lambert, I see you in there, Miss Brittany, and of course, Linda P, you my girl. We'd love to see you come on tomorrow night and then get in these pick'ems because there's going to be more money, and we'll talk about that tomorrow, but there'll be more money involved in that. We're going to have a lot of fun with it, just like we are with William and Waylon tonight. We're going to have all kind of fun, but, like I said, what you got going on, Waylon?
Catch the ball. You know what they used to give us for catching a touchdown? You know what they give us? Give you a sticker you put on your helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That's all you got. And a kick in the ass.
If you drop the ball, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Anyway.
We had
You hadn't been watching Hard Knocks. You haven't been watching You haven't been watching him on Hard Knocks, the Jets practice on HBO. You haven't been watching that, William?
Hard Knocks? No. I was just reading what Brenda Banks for. I'm glad Brenda Banks knows she's as old as I am. So roll tide. I love you, girl. Brenda Banks. Because you know what that's from. We Are the World, from back whenever, all them damn stars and shit there. Yeah, some of y'all probably know on this damn panel here even. Remember that from We Are the World? That's what I was quoting. We are the children. We are the one who make a better day. So let's start giving. That's right. You know what it is, Waylon. You know. Roll down time, bro.
We got you singing a different song, see, tonight. I got him on a different song, Icebox. To the Kiss, I got him on We Are the World. Man.
Thanks, Waylon.
Really, I mean.
AC/DC rocks.
No. They're good. I ain't going to say they ain't good. Okay, but no.
Well, did you know, William, just for your own edification here, did you know that AC/DC opened up for KISS?
Really?
When they first come out, they opened up for KISS when they very first come out. Listen, I'm a big KISS fan from 1972. I was 7 years old, man. My first album was Detroit Rock City. And, I like them all. But, yeah, AC/DC opened up for KISS. KISS had a lot of opening groups like that, and we're off the subject here, but I just want to tell you that so you wouldn't be so mad at AC/DC because they did open up for KISS.
Well, you remember that ticket I showed you, William? We went to Rick Wood Field in 1976. It was Rick Wood Field now. 13,000 people was the max at Rick Wood Field. KISS, It was KISS and Kansas and Bob Seger. You know what the tickets cost?
How much?
$20.
$13.
$13.
Damn!
Yeah, you ain't gonna get it Friday morning. I went to a KISS concert up here in Birmingham one year. I forgot to open them for the top right off the top of my head, but like you say, it was about like $25 in, but that was in the early 80s.
There's a lot of money back in, man.
Well, I know for a fact I went to see a KISS. The very first one I got to see, and I'm sorry it took this damn long, but I think it was probably 2 or 3 years, 4 years ago, probably. I went to Sioux City, and I ain't lying to you. This is with my hand up. We got on the down floor, one of them floor seats right up there pretty close. I think we was probably 4 or 5 seats back from the stage, and I got puked on that night, but I don't give a shit. Waylon, go ahead and say what they say at the beginning of that concert. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead.
You wanted the best, you got the best. The hottest.
You got it. You fucking got it. You wanted the best. You got them right here. That's what Paul Stanley, whoever it was that said in the beginning, you wanted the best. You got them. Roll down tide. Go ahead, man. I'm fired up about KISS.
Icebox zapped himself.
I got to get the hell out of Dodge. He done gone to it. God, that killed him. The water boy. Look at that old Waylon. He got the arm. That man been doing some working on them cars, ain't you, Waylon?
Still got to have the gun show, baby. I'm like Marvin Constance. I still got the gun show.
You got better guns than Marvin, and you older than him. I tell you what.
No.
I know this is going to be off point, William, if you don't mind me saying this real quick.
Go ahead.
Let's talking about Alabama playing Texas this year, and the owner of Own 3 is Shannon Lucky. I think's his name. Waylon is Shannon Lucky or something Lucky, but he started Rivals, and he's had all kind of different other recruiting services. But right now he owns Own 3, and of course Tim Watts has Bama Online. But Lucky has come online and saying that Texas will beat Alabama by more than 10 points, and he's from Alabama.
I was going to say that a while ago. I was going to say the loaded teams in the SEC right now is Alabama, Texas, Georgia, and LSU. They loaded to the gills. You got 5 stars in every position. I was just on here being quiet tonight, but I will tell you, and all these guys talk about this, and they know it better than I do. Texas has got 5 stars in every position. I mean, whether you like it or whether you don't, they got a talented team. Now, whether they can beat Alabama at the stadium, that's yet to be seen. But I mean, they're loaded up. They're loaded up, and you can't deny that. You got to give them credit. You got to give Sark the credit. Somebody's recruiting. They're loading it up. So that's your loaded teams this year. I mean, that's the way I look at it. There's some more better teams out there, but I don't know if there's any better teams than those four or not. USC, I don't know. Yeah, there's this whatever. Everybody's got different opinions. So
I never would have thought he'd have picked them to beat Alabama. I mean, if you pick them to beat them, but he said by more than 10 points, that blew my mind. I can't believe he did. He said that because we're going back, and we've all talked about this. And again, William, I appreciate you letting me talk about this a little bit. But
bottle, God Almighty, I drank out of the wrong bottle.
That offensive line we got this year, man, we're going to be just road. I mean, Caden Proctor and Ferguson on the left, and of course McLaughlin and I forgot Latham and I forgot the other guy's name, the last one's name on there, but they're all humongous. The smallest one, of course, is McLaughlin at center, and he's about 290 for a center. That's pretty good size. Usually a center ain't that big, but I couldn't believe Shannon Terry picked Texas to win by 10. I mean, if you go pick on the win, you might say by a last-minute field goal or something like that, but to say they're going to beat us at home by more than 10, I don't see that. I mean, I agree with you. They're talented, and I get all that, but their defense isn't quite as good as ours is yet. I mean, and, of course, Texas got all the money to get who they want to get, and they're going to get them. But I just couldn't believe that Shannon come on and, made that record, made that public. Uh-oh.
Are you talking about Shannon Sharp? Is that who you're talking about?
No, sir. His name's Shannon Lucky. He owns that ON3. You ever seen an ON3 network with J.D. Piquel and all them?
I don't know all of them.
That's okay, but he owns that's the biggest recruiting service in the country now. He got out of it for a while for whatever reason. He come back and he started ON3 and 247 lost the BOL sign off there, and now but he's from Alabama, and he predicted or said that he thinks Texas will beat Alabama by more than 10 points, and I'd like to see why he thought that. I didn't see why he said it. I just saw where he did say it.
At home?
Yeah, at home. At home. That blew my mind. I mean, maybe at Texas, but, of course, last year was a tough game. But I think with the whole – and I love Jaheim Otis. Everybody knows that. I talk about him. I just think with him taking up 2 men on the line of scrimmage and 3 men on, him and Bogby and Tim Smith and all them eating up double teams, we're going to put Ewers on his ass on the first play of the game to the last play of the game, and if he makes it out of the game without getting hurt, he's going to be lucky.
Yeah. I know Icebox is not in view, but I want to ask him personally, do you mind us going over to 8:30 Central? Do you mind that, brother? Can you hang with us?
Just sleep.
If he don't go zap, then we're good to go. Go ahead, Mr. William.
Yeah, please, Waylon, go ahead. Get your thoughts on that.
Thoughts on what?
On what AT said about Texas coming to our home and winning.
I don't follow all those guys. I see their shows on YouTube and stuff. I don't listen to all that. Everybody, like I said a while ago, everybody has an opinion. Everybody has a different opinion. So, I mean, that's why we live in the United States of America. So, I mean, that's his opinion. We don't know who's going to win that ball game to the last whistle blows.
Like assholes, man. We all got one.
we don't know.
Whoa.
We don't know who's going to win these ball games. I mean, these guys get on here and say, well, we're going to win by 2 touchdowns, 35-14. I mean, that's fine. You do what you want to do. I mean, I never have got into that prediction stuff, but I mean, I bet with Vegas when the points come out, and that's the way I look at it during the week. But I mean, everybody has an opinion. They're entitled to it. They're entitled to it. So,
Well, you got any kind of? Go ahead, William.
I'm going to tell you straight up, I like to keep my money in my pocket, so I don't bet on none of them. So, but yeah, I don't know what Texas. They're a tough team, but we're coming to our house. It's not going to be that easy. Hell, if we want to if we do like we did last year, 1 point, if we do that, a win is a goddamn win. But I
If you
think
win by one,
I say it's going to be more than that. What do y'all think? Do y'all have maybe a point spread on there y'all want to give? Or what do you think?
I don't do that stuff. I mean, that's hard to. I saw some guys do that. It was lucky. I mean, they were just lucky. But I mean, that's like winning the lottery. Good luck.
yeah, that's why they try to win 2 out of 3, because you're going to lose a game, or to try to win 4 out of 6 or something like that, 4 out of 7 or something like that. As long as you win one game more than you lose every week, then at the end of the week you make money. But a lot of people can't bet the spread; they bet their heart a lot of times. But Waylon, what I want to ask you, and again, William, I apologize. You can jerk my chain back and pull me back if you want to, but I'm just curious if you had any kind of recruiting, hearing anything recruiting wise, because we lost that 5-star lineman to Missouri. We was talking about Drinkowitz earlier. Are we still going after him? Do you know anything about that recruiting aspect, or is that not what you?
I don't keep up with all that stuff like Justin Smith and them do. They know I don't. Back in Coach Bryant's days, I could have told you every player on the team and who was coming in, who was there. But no, I don't keep up with it like I used to. I got sort of a separate life. I got another life, but that's their job. That's what they're paid to do. That's what they come on here to do, and they do a great job doing it. And I'm glad they're here because I don't keep up with that stuff down to the nitty gritty anymore. And I listen to those guys, and they're young, talented guys, and that's what they should do. But I can tell you one thing: there's a new number 1 coach on the list at Alabama.
Okay.
And that's all I'm going to say. And I'll let everybody else figure out who it might be one of these days.
New number 1 coach.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. You're talking about when 20 years when Saban retires.
No, he's not going to stay there 20 years, AT.
No, sir. I know. I just like saying that because it hurts my feelings to think he might retire in the next 30 years.
There you go.
I absolutely don't want that man to retire because it's the best time it's been at Alabama. And, of course, back when Bear was in the early 70s and stuff like that. But there's not been a better time to be an Alabama fan, period.
Well, all good things come to an end. One of these days it will come to an end, whichever day that is. And, everybody that we've always had rumors every year. Coach Saban's going here, he's going there, he's going here, he's doing this, he's doing that. That's left up to him. That's his decision. That's why Coach Moore hired him. Coach Moore gave him the keys to the Ferrari, and he's down there driving one. So he's in control. But there's a guy that they've got, which I never thought this guy would overstep. The guy I've always talked about, but this guy's still on the list. But like I said, I've got an ex-brother-in-law that's down there. He don't know everything. I'm not getting on here to say I know everything. He don't know everything either, but he's in the athletic department, and I talk to him a couple of times a week, at least one time a week. And he sometimes you overhear conversations, that's life. But this guy will be a good coach if they was to hire him in Alabama. He's young, he's Alabama alumni, and if Coach Saban wants to decide to leave, that's what we needed at Alabama. Nick came in, he was in his 50s when he came in at Alabama, but Alabama needs to hire a younger guy, turn the program loose with him, and tell him, here it is, turn the keys over to him, and if there's a few games, so be it. But let him grab hold of the wheel and drive the Ferrari a while. And I think he'll do all right one of these days if he takes the job.
Yeah, I got you.
I mean, I believe that. I believe he's probably got somebody in mind. When he does, of course, us Alabama fans ain't gonna like it, but he probably is. His age and stuff. If you notice, Bear Bryant, he wasn't that old whenever he retired. But this is to bring a little bit of levity to everybody. And I know I thought you came in here, but the nose knows.
Oh, man.
Go ahead.
You let the guys out from your own show.
Oh, man.
Whoa. Go ahead, man. You came in here. Go ahead.
Oh,
No. Sorry about that, guys. I had that shit hit me again. I had to sneeze and cough and all that kind of crap, so I got off real quick. Plus, who gives a shit about Kiss? Damn it. AC/DC rocks.
Okay.
Hey, I saw AC/DC in concert several times. They'll make your britches legs vibrate, Hoss. I'm telling you, good. They're good. Yeah.
Hey, guys, can I take a few minutes, William?
Yes, sir. Help
All
yourself.
right, guys.
Go ahead.
All right, don't forget in the morning, 10 or 10:30, something like that. We're gonna have the Pick'em show, and it's gonna be just a mock show, just a dry run. Get you guys used to how the game's gonna be played. You'll really know by Saturday night. Tomorrow night, about 8 o'clock, I'll be coming on. Yeah, and I got something to say about Georgia. I sure do. And I might have a few things to say some of the Alabama fans, to be honest with you. Kind of pissed about it from what I'm hearing. But Sunday, I'm fortunate enough to be doing an interview with Miss Jana Brody. She's an author and wrote a book, and she's got a important message to say. Things have changed because of her, and I found her to be a very interesting lady. I think y'all like it. So anyways, if you can catch us Sunday, it'll be 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central Time Sunday. So I hope to see you guys there. That's all I got, Will.
What time we're going? I ain't got nothing to do tomorrow night. Maybe I'll slide in here. Nothing will happen. Maybe.
It's going to be interesting, or at least for me.
Yeah, Georgia. Yeah, I know what you're thinking about. What's upset you about what's going on. I understand. I know people don't want to talk about it anymore, but always remember this. I'll say this. I'm not going to bring up anything to start any trouble or upset anybody, but Alabama has won championships, SEC championships, and national championships with two different quarterbacks. Coach Bryant done it with Steve Sloan and Joe Namath. He done it with Jeff Rutledge and Stedman Shealy. And Alabama done it with Tua and Jalen. And if they have to run two quarterbacks this year, whoever wins the job, you be behind that person 1,000,000%.
Yep.
I don't care if it's Mickey Mouse.
Hey.
The Alabama fans have got to come together and quit being divided. This is not the damn 60s anymore.
There you go.
This is 2023. This is not 1963 when John F. Kennedy had to bring the National Guard in to get George Wallace out of the damn doorways, University of Alabama. These guys weren't born then. They don't remember that.
Amen.
Yep.
We don't want to go back. We don't want to backstep. We want to go forward. We don't want to go backward. We want to go forward. Not backward. We all got to live here together. We were put here by the man that created this place. Whether you believe in it or not, you're entitled to that. That's why you live in the United States. We've got to get along, and whoever the quarterback is, I don't care if he has to play three quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I don't care. And 1 point to me is as good as 3 or 4 touchdowns. A lot of people disagree with me on that, but that's all I'm going to say. Quit worrying about this quarterback situation. We're not the coach. He knows what's going on down there. All we hear is little, like I said, my brother-in-law whispering little stuff in my ear. That don't mean that's going to happen. That don't mean it's going to happen, but, that's the way it goes. But anyway, y'all support whoever's down there. That's what we got to do. And if you don't, I think that just those kids hear that, they see that. There's social media today. Back then, there was no damn social media. Oh, you had to read the paper. You had to listen to Coach Bryant's show on Sunday. And that's the only information you had. Cecil Hurt, Paul Feinbaum when he started, and like that. So these kids
Leonard's loser, man. Leonard's loser.
Support these kids, back them up. Nobody's perfect. Every quarterback has always made mistakes, and we've had quarterback one here too. Jalen, Bryce, Mac Jones. Alabama's had the best of the best. We've got to support the man. He is the general of the offense. The quarterback is the coach of the offense. He's the man. So we got to support him, whoever it is.
I agree with you, Wade, 110%. I read that other day, and you tell these other two guys sitting here, I went off on my damn cell phone. I lost my damn cool, man. I did not like it, just like what you just said. I was effing this and GD and that and SOB, and I was hot on a damn firecracker. So you're right. Support the daggum dude, man, and the quarterback. And these are kids. These ain't enemies. Support your team.
Exactly. And the loudest I ever heard Bryant-Denny Stadium in my life was when Alabama beat Florida 31-3. And Mike Shula was the coach and Urban Meyer was the coach at Florida. That's the loudest I ever heard Bryant-Denny Stadium. Since then, you could not talk to the man standing next to you. And that's what Alabama's got to do. They've got to wake up down there. This is not the Kentucky Derby. Yeah, we pay a lot of money for these tickets. We support that school. The people that are able to do that, God bless them. There's people that are not able to do that. And I disagree with the high prices and a lot of stuff that is involved that's going on. But it takes a lot of money to make a lot of money, and a lot of people are left out. When I was a kid, I got to go with my dad when we paid $6, $7, $8 a ticket at Legion Field. Well, those days are over. But yeah, some of these ticket prices I do believe need to go down. But there's a lot of things that have to be, paid for and taken care of. And you got a lot of big salaries. You wanted these coaches, so you got to pay them to get them. So you got them. And like a friend of mine put in the article, when Coach Saban was hired, he was from down here at Jasper, Alabama. His organization gave millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars to the University of Alabama. And he said he disagreed. He said football went completely sideways when you pay a man $10 million. And I agreed with him, but you see the results of what happens when you give that big money out. The result was Coach Saban, here he is, 6 national titles, 4 Heisman Trophy winners. And that's all I got to say. I mean, it's, let the working man come in and bring the kids that are not able to come to a ball game. I give some of my tickets away during the year to kids that are not able to go to ball, and I'll always do it. And that's the way my mother and father taught me. And that's the way it is. When I can sit at home and watch it, or I can pay $20,000 and go down there every Saturday and sit there and watch it. But if I know a kid that's not able to go, or a family that's not able to go, I'm going to give those tickets to that family. I don't give a damn who in the Ivory Club don't like it. I don't care. I paid for those tickets. That's my money. And if those people go to the ball game, then God bless every one of them. I'll sit at home on my dead ass and watching on my 80-inch screen TV. That's all I got to say.
I appreciate that, Waylon. You're a hell of a man, brother. I appreciate
Loved that. Loved it.
That's the way it ought to be, Waylon. You're right. That's exactly right. Thank you for your heart, man, because that's what we need at Alabama. We got the spirit. We got the heart. Now we need the conviction, and you're right there. Thank you so much for that.
That's very emotional. It's very emotional to me.
Yes, sir.
To see a kid that's not able, or it's a handicapped child that's not able to go down there, his family that can't afford it, I can give a ticket to put a smile on that kid's face.
Yes, sir.
That's worth every damn car I own.
Amen, brother. You got the right heart, Waylon. Thank you.
That's worth everything I've ever worked for and was blessed on this earth to have. There's a lot of people that doesn't like me that are jealous. Well, he thinks he's a superstar, this and that. I'm a nobody. I was lucky. I was fortunate in life. I was blessed in life. And everybody doesn't get that opportunity. And people need, it's like the quarterback position. People need to wake up, support this team. I don't give a damn if they only win 5 games this year. If you're going to fall out, I'm not going to watch Alabama football anymore if they put this certain player on the field. Well, then cut your TV off and shut up.
There you go. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Waylon, I didn't mean to gaslight you, brother, but I'm pissed the same way.
It didn't gaslight me, man. Like I said, it's very emotional to me.
Yeah.
You're speaking of your heart. Yeah.
To see a family smile and a child smile. I've been
Ain't
there.
nothing better.
I've been to those ball games, so maybe I can give that to some kids this year. I don't care whatever happens. Like I said, I'm gonna do the best I can, the way my mother and father raised me, and I don't care what color you are. I don't care what nation you're from. I don't care what you believe in. That's your right. Like I said, I'm a nobody, but I'm gonna keep doing what my daddy taught me to do, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Way to go. I'm with you. I'm a nobody myself. I'm just a fan. I was raised the same way. I'm just not fortunate enough to do what you can do, but I support you all the way.
That's
And
right.
that's the best I can do.
I agree with you, Icebox. Waylon, you got a hell of a heart, son. You didn't let the money go to your head, and I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Men like you is what makes me proud to be, an Alabama fan or an American. Thank you.
Yep. Shut up, William.
Hell, you can say it all you want, man. I'm gonna speak my piece on this in here, man. I do from the bottom of my heart, there, Waylon. I mean, you've talked off of this here, and to do what you do, fucking Ivory Club, man. Open the damn fucking, we can have a goddamn party. Woo, buddy. I mean, have a party. I mean, you can't, right there on the field where you can see, but you can see them on the damn screen. We can have a party. I love that. And you're able to do that to these last sports. God, I'm speechless, man. I'm fucking speechless.
Doesn't make you better than somebody else because there's a certain seat you sit in, or wherever you at it. That don't make you any better than anybody else.
Exactly, and that's your attitude. And me and you've talked, and we've come from about the same family. I mean, shit. Well, we would have done the same damn thing, if you can go, and speaking right here, I would love to go, but give it to somebody that deserves it. Somebody that's done something in the community. Take them over me, and above all, anyone.
Can I say something about that?
Go ahead, brother.
My daddy took me to a game, and it was, I believe, Alabama against Houston with Andrew Zal, and I can't think of that guy's name, and I had it on the tip of my tongue. He was they were running a 2-quarterback system. I remember that day.
Freddie Kitchens.
I'm not sure. I don't think it was Freddie Kitchens.
Tyler Watts. Tyler Watts.
And to me, that was a special game because I got to watch him play with my dad, my stepbrother. And what I would like for these kids that Waylon's been taking to these ball games, that's what I want. I will not go to a game if I know that I could give it to a kid to let him go down there because I can watch it on TV.
There you go.
I would rather see a kid go down there with his dad if possible, or his mom, or his older brother, to have that memory of going to an Alabama game and watching them young men play. We all know they ain't boys. We call them boys sometimes, but they're young men and they're on their way up. But yeah, I'd rather see that, Waylon, more than anything. My dad taught me the same way. He was coaching kids back when I was just a young man. And I just loved everything you said. I wanted to back you 100%, and I hope I did. Go ahead.
You had Brenda Banks on here. I wanted you to hear this from Waylon because you probably didn't see it. Brenda Banks told you stop saying you're a nobody. You're special to God. Waylon and Icebox, both of you are special, gentlemen. You're not nobody. You're God's gift to everybody, just like your mom and dad. The way they brought y'all up, God bless you, and thank you so much, Waylon. Both your attitudes, and William, I know you're the same way. You'd give to a kid, you'd give him everything you got because you got a heart the size of Georgia. Sort of Alabama. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Waylon. You had something to say. Go ahead.
That was a touching moment there to the end.
Damn it.
I've done said my piece. Go ahead. Y'all go ahead. I'll try to be on here tomorrow night if I get a chance.
Please do.
I enjoy this show. We've had our differences on this channel, And, you know, I haven't addressed that, but I will. We've all had our differences on this channel. We all have our opinions. That's what you're entitled to. We get pissed off at one another. I'm not mad at anybody.
Right. Right.
Yes,
If
sir.
you want my opinion about what I got to say, call my telephone and I'll tell you. Don't listen to the bullshit somebody else has got to say.
Right.
Call
Right.
me. Call me.
Don't take secondhand shit. No.
So anyway, it's a great show. Joey, me and Joey's had our differences. I'm not mad at Joey, and Joey knows that. I'm not mad at him. He'll be the person to tell you that. I'm not mad at him or nobody else. But anyway, that's life, and that's the way it goes. And hey, don't you think these guys don't have differences during these ball games? These coaches and stuff don't have a cuss fight with one another. That's the way it goes. You got to hash it out and move on.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yep. I don't know what the differences are. I really don't care. You know, there's not a one here or on the other shows that I don't enjoy, that I love listening to. You know, I don't want no differences with them. I expect their opinions. You know, that's just like the Georgia fans. I respect their opinions, but you know, I'll sit down and drink. I don't drink, but if I did, I'd drink a beer with you. But I'm gonna tell you, you're pulling for the wrong damn team. You know, that's just the way it is. I'm an Alabama fan. Sorry, and I ain't really sorry about that. But no, I don't want no differences. You know, we're Alabama fans. Let's support our team. You know, and yeah, we do appreciate you coming on here, Waylon. Every time, man. I'm itching to push that button when I see you over there in the backstage.
every time.
Every time.
Yes, sir. I'm well, and I really expect your opinion on things. I love the way you phrase things, the way you handle subjects, man. I really appreciate you being on tonight, and I thank you for coming on, brother. You made a big difference tonight.
Oh, it's always fun to get on here. My memory's not like it used to be. Like I said, these young guys have taken over, and that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to know their stuff. That's what they're on here doing, and that's who I listen to. And when I was back their age, I could rattle off every player, too, on the football team. But those things sort of drift away as you get older. You know, you can't remember the things you used to. But anyway, you know, that's their job. And like I said, they do a great job of it, and I'm proud of them. And keep the good work up.
Right.
All right, William, I guess it's time we need to start rocking out of here. It's been really a good show. It really has. Waylon added a whole lot and brought the rear end up, but he made it a fantastic show. He said things that needed to be said. And William, what do you think?
Yep.
You ready to do last words and let's get out of here?
Let's get it, man. Start with someone else, and I'll finish up.
All right, AT.
I just, again, I brought it up about Shannon saying that, I mean, I'm a big Alabama fan through and through, and I love them. I'll scream and I'll yell till I can't hardly talk. And it's about time for us to start losing our voices. Middle Tennessee State's upcoming Saturday, and then after that, the football season starts with Texas. I look forward to it because, like y'all, I love football, and it don't last long enough. Tomorrow we're 0-0, and next thing you know, it's 13-0, and you're looking for the playoffs. And you got to enjoy day to day, or else as life goes by, one day you wake up and you're 90, and one day you're not going to wake up. So enjoy life, what you got on it. Waylon, thank you so much for doing what you just said, because that really made a difference with me tonight. Thank you. No matter
what happens, support your team and support them. And it's like if you go on YouTube and watch the Mike Shula thing they put up, there's people just now realizing that Coach Shula done more for the Alabama program than what they realized what he done. Yeah. And it takes 10, 15 years to see that. I mean, Mike Shula took that program when they had scholarship restrictions. They couldn't go to a bowl game. Mike Shula was a top-notch guy. I met him. He was the most soft-spoken guy. He wasn't perfect. Watch it on YouTube and watch it on YouTube and watch the story they got up about Coach Shula. And he got replaced by Coach Saban. But anyway, and one thing else, these guys that say these guys are not talented, you come down. You don't come unless you got talent. You don't play unless you got talent. And, you know, these guys are in the NFL now making millions of dollars a year. So they had something. So, you know, support them. Back.
I agree.
All right. My last words. My last words, and we're going to let William close it out. I'm hoping that these ladies come on tomorrow. I mean, I understand they don't want to come on the show. Hey, if you come on, get in the dark room, you don't have to show a picture of yourself. You don't have to do that if you don't want to.
Exactly.
But I do got some things to say tomorrow, and some of it was said tonight. And some more things need to be said too. And I just don't want to give it all away. I want y'all to come show tomorrow. But I really would like for these ladies to try to come on if they can, because when I get to the Georgia part, they gonna come after me. Don't leave me hanging out there. So y'all help me out, ladies. And one more time, pick 'em show in the morning, 10:30. Saturday night, 8:00 Eastern, 7:00 Central. And I believe Joey is on there, or somebody is on there. CTS interview with Jana Goldblum Brody. I've already told y'all about that. 12:00 p.m. Sunday, 11:00 a.m. Central. I think it's going to be a great interview. She really is a special lady. So that's all I got, William. Thank you very much for letting me spit my little poison out. So it's all you, babe.
You know I'm on this shit anyway. So, but anyway.
Oh,
yeah. I appreciate all of them in the chat there, Linda P, all our ladies, please. If you can come on tomorrow, okay. If you will, Icebox, put my email up there if you will. And this is my email. Contact me if you want on this show. I'll make it happen if you want to come on. But Waylon, goddamn, you got a heart of gold, man. I mean, you've got a heart of gold to do what you do.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Don't shake your head, no. You do.
Yeah.
Because you've offered that before. So I'm just saying, these other damn teams that we mentioned tonight, they're in the last five. We know that they're not doing a whole lot. We know that. But that don't mean they're up for grabs. Because they have, but
joy.
Okay.
You didn't got the man stirred up.
I mean, I want to get my 2 cents in anyway. Let me get finished with my 2 cents anyway. But yeah, please tune in on that shit for Sunday. Yes, sir. But I mean, as far as this other and these other 5 that we mentioned in the SEC, we know they haven't done anything. We know that. Are they on a hot seat? I don't think so. As long as they keep doing it and keep grinding and keep going, that's what matters. And
Brilliant. How much you had a drink?
I've had a bunch, brother.
Did you not tell?
This is how much got left.
Look at my man. Look at the cool man with the sunglasses. I know that's vodka.
But I'm saying, you've got to do what you need to do to get to where you want to be. And these 5 that we mentioned, that's what they do. That's what they do.
That's what they do.
So,
yo, George, what's up, man? Listen, real fast. I'm not trying to interrupt the show. Sunday, very important interview. Icebox. Miss Brody. 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. It's going to be a very important interview. We got advertisements on the Facebook.
Seen it.
CTS Sports Room Facebook page. It's going to be a very important interview. I want everybody to check it out. If you're against baseball ball nets, check it out. If you're for baseball safety nets, check it out. It's going to be a very special interview. Icebox is all him. It's going to be a very good interview. Look at my man drinking. I hear you.
Hey,
You're a
Joey.
bunch of alcoholics.
Yeah.
Joey, no pressure, babe. Y'all bet
No,
this up.
Icebox.
There ain't no pressure at all. Yeah.
Icebox. Trust me. Look at William. Oh, I swear. Icebox. I know that you should have been a DJ at a strip club a long time ago, but you know. With that said, Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. Check it out. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to hearing it. With that said, it was a great show tonight. And damn, look at my man everybody who's watching tonight, look at my man on the left with the sunglasses. Is that much cool or what?
Hey.
Oh shit. Hulkamania is running wild.
Bunch of drunk ass bastards, I tell you that right now.
With that said, I'm out. I just wanted everybody to know Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. Very special interview. Take some time on your Sunday to watch it. With that said, I'm out.
Thank you, Joey.
Pretty good, man.
No,
All right.
but I wanted to say something on that. I mean, I'm sorry, Wayne, I don't want to butt in, but I'm sorry, man. I mean, if you don't care, I'm on this shit, of course, but what the fuck I want to say? God damn it, motherfucker! Go ahead, Waylon. Go ahead. Sorry, man. I think over here a little bit. Go ahead.
I was just waving by. You go ahead and do what you got to do.
All right. Guys, I guess we're going to go ahead and get off here because William's ass done got drunk.
Woo!
He'll be sitting out here talking for an hour about Kiss here in a minute. Passing out on me. Guys, it has been a great show. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Waylon take. I really did. That was great. Webb, you were great. AT, same. So, guys, we're going to get out of here. We'll see you guys in the morning, hopefully. Really can't tell you enough, Waylon. We appreciate what you've done tonight. So, we're going to get out. Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all tomorrow and have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Yeah, roll tide. Roll tide.
Roll Tide, baby.
Roll Tide.